Welcome to Westside Unitarian Universalist Church. Whether you're here because worshiping with us is part of your routine, or whether you feel like this country has been stopped in its tracks and it's impossible to return to normalcy, on this morning we gather to proclaim that we belong to one another and that others belong to us. Broken hearts are welcome here. Anxious spirits are welcome here. Minds warring faster than a racing engine, uncertain what to think, stubborn egos that sometimes trip us up, submitting us to opinions, fragile shell-socked soul. Say it with me, they are welcome here. Yours, mine, and everyone else's. Not because this community will fix it with easy solutions or the right way forward. As a liberal religious congregation, we have something far more fragile and far more powerful than that. Our need to be together, our need to reconnect to the life-giving source that moves within and among us, our need to make one another a little bit braver and wiser before returning to the surface of life. I'm Sue Draper of the Worship Committee, and I'm hosting this service today. I'm glad you could join us. Join us next Sunday when Yetta Jager will speak on uncertainty. Then our minister, the Reverend Carol Boudreaux, will do a service on the new normal on Sunday, July 26th. This is tentatively planned to be an outdoor service. Our singing bowl will now invite us into the spirit of worship and meditation. What flaming chalice? The question comes. It is a cup of life, we answer, a cup of blessings overflowing, a cup of water to quench our spirit's thirst, a cup of wine for celebration and dedication, the flame of truth, the fire of purification, oil for anointing healing. Out of chaos, fear, and horror, thus was this symbol crafted a generation ago. So may it be for us in these days of uncertainty, sorrow, and rage, a light to warm our souls and guide us home. We have a special service today. 3 members of our congregation will share with us why they chose Westside. We will hear from Peyton Tickner, Chris Clark, and Diane Gray. Much gratitude to them for agreeing to speak with us.
Hey, I am Peyton Tickner, and my family and I have been attending Westside for around 2 years now, and I got called from one of the members, Sue Draper, to share with everyone why my family, belongs at Westside. So I've been thinking a lot about it, and I came up with 3 main reasons as to why we belong at Westside, and I wanted to share those with you, and maybe that's why you feel that you belong at Westside too. So the first reason that we belong at Westside is there's no judgment. So other churches and other places that I've been to in the past, I felt when I walked in the doors that I was being judged for my outfit or my hair or what time I walked in the door if I was late, what kind of car that I drove up in the parking lot. I felt judged. Growing up in a small town in South Georgia, it was either the Baptist church, the Methodist church. It's where everyone went. And I know from the time that I can remember, it was you dressed to the nines. You always wore your best clothes. You took a shower. You did your hair. You did the whole thing for church. And you looked, the best you looked all week. And so Westside, you can come as you are. Nobody cares what kind of car you have. They don't care if you're late. They don't care what you're wearing. They're just happy that you're there. And this is the first place that I have felt that there's no judgment. And I truly mean that. And, some words that I wrote down that I think about when I think about Westside, or the people are kind, the people are friendly, the people are very open, they're very warm, casual, calm. The whole vibe is just very easygoing. I think of the Staples, the Easy Button commercial from years back. That's what I feel about Westside. It's just easy. And the way of the world right now, it's very complicated. But there's one thing that Westside is it's easy. They've made it's so easy to watch the services and to stay connected during this pandemic that some of the bigger organizations around town just haven't been able to do that same way, but I feel like Westside has really come through and done that for us, and I really appreciate that. And so those are some of the reasons why I feel like I belong at Westside. And so, I contemplated what I would wear for these videos, but I'm working from home. I have a 5-year-old here. It's summertime. I'm in and outside. I go to the gym in the afternoons. We go for family walks. I'm usually in gym clothes. And you know what? That's what I wore to film these videos, my gym clothes, because that's me and I can be myself. The second reason why my family belongs at Westside is because of the religious exploration that they do for the children. My 5-year-old has really taken to it. When we started going, he was 3, so he would go into the nursery some of the time, and the nursery staff is phenomenal, and he loves going there. They're so nice and so kind. You feel safe when they're in there with them. If they have any questions, they'll send you a text. So when you're in the sanctuary, they'll send you a text about, when we first started going, they didn't know if he had any food allergies, so they wanted to ask me if it was okay to give him a snack. I just say, the religious exploration and the kids programs there are wonderful, especially for us. I wrote some things down that stand out, but I want to say that during this pandemic, Wendy has really done a great job with the kids club. So at 11:30 on Sundays, on the second and fourth Sunday, she'll do a virtual kids club for the kids, and my son really likes to do it. She'll get on there and talk about all kinds of different things and do an activity with them and give them a treasure hunt. And I don't know about you, but small children, they love treasure hunts. So it would give us something to do during our week. So, hunt for colors, hunt for teddy bears, hunt for flowers, whatever she tells them, then I can bring that up to him and he can do that throughout the week. But some of the things, when we were going to in-person service, they do a great job with the holidays for the children. So they do a Halloween party, a big Easter party. They do a big thing for Christmas where you get together and you make ornaments and you decorate the tree for the sanctuary, and cookie decorating and just getting together. And it's just easy. Like I said earlier, it's just so easy for him. He doesn't complain to go. He enjoys going. He gets excited about going. The story for all ages that they do in the sanctuary before they take the children back to the kids area, he really enjoys that, and I like for him to go up in front of the congregation, and it kind of helps ease his anxiety and nervousness to be in front of other people, and I think that's good to start at an early age. Because that's something he'll need throughout, growing up, as to, in school, he'll have to get up and talk in front of the class. And so having that experience early on at church will help him. Some of the things, other things that I think it allows him to explore, to learn something new, and to find his own path. So in the religious exploration, they'll talk about all kinds of different religious backgrounds and facts. And then, if there's something that he comes and brings to myself or to my husband, wanting to explore more, we can do that. And we leave it open to him to make that choice. But I think giving him that platform to have an open mind and to learn all the types of religious exploration that there is out there is a really good thing for him. And the third reason why my family belongs to Westside is because they're inclusive and they're diverse, and you're free to come believing whatever you believe. In our family, we have, myself and my husband with different beliefs, and growing up with different church backgrounds and different family beliefs. And now we have our own child, and we want him to find his own path. And so coming to Westside, they talk about all different backgrounds and views, and You can ask as many questions as you want, and I just feel like the environment for us is a great place to be. It's just people being good people, and that's really all that I'm looking for. It's just people willing to help, a community, the size, it's a small. I really thrive in a small environment because I can learn about each person and who they are and their names and what, their story. When you walk into these big congregations, these big churches, they break you up into small groups, and that's really good. But you can't possibly know who everyone is. And I feel like Westside, because we are a small community, we can know who everyone is, and we're included. And it's a diverse group of people, and it just feels right. So that's my third reason. I could go on and on for a lot of minutes and tell you why we belong, but I wanted to give you the three reasons, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Chris Clark, and my husband Oscar and I have been attending the Unitarian Church for a little over a year and a half since we moved to Farragut last year. When I was asked to speak for a few minutes about why I attend the church, to be honest with you, I was hesitant to speak. However, when I reflected on it, I realized that one reason that we actually go to the church is because it's a relaxed environment with a lack of pressure. So I knew that what I had to say would be well received, so I decided to give it a shot. For the short answer, I would say that we attend for a sense of community and fellowship outside of our work environment. And that is accepting of us as a married couple and allow us to still have our own core beliefs. I feel many religions, organized religions, are very dogmatic, and they basically tell you what to believe rather than encouraging you to develop your own belief system. So the church, the Unitarian Church, has shown us that we are accepted and that we have an opportunity to believe what we desire or to not believe what we do not desire. And that's a sense of relief. Oscar was raised in a conservative Catholic community, and I was in a very strict Southern Baptist community. The town that I grew up in was 300 people in rural North Carolina, and my mother was a devout follower of the church, and we literally attended multiple times every week. So we were one of those people that were there every time the doors were open, literally. Since leaving college, I've not been in church community for the majority of my adult life. And to be honest with you, the areas that I lived, there was no church that would accept me or that I felt that I could attend. So going to a church community was not an option for me. And going home and confronting religious beliefs was uncomfortable for me and something which I avoided. So for many decades, I did not go to a church community, and I actually was quite isolated for several decades of my life because of religion and the stress that created in my life. So instead of confronting my belief systems, confronting my sexuality, I basically became a loner, and I lived that way for many years. I did have the advantage of leaving the small town and going to pursue a career in college, and I was able to meet people of different walks of life and different ethnicities and different backgrounds. And because of that, I think it helped me to grow as a person, to see that there was more than just what I was exposed to as a child. I remember sitting in a play of Chicago, and there was a character that was Mr. Cellophane. And when I saw that, I reflected on that and felt that was me for a good part of my life. I felt like Mr. Cellophane. And in that play it says, Mr. Cellophane ought to be my name, you can walk right by me, look right through me, and never even know I'm there, never even know my name. And I think that, unfortunately, I lived like Mr. Sullivan for many years, and I don't think anyone should feel like they're cellophane, but they should be accepted for who they are. So, again, having time, having the world to become more accepting, being in a community that would allow us to attend church, we started to look around at church options in our community, and we discovered the Unitarian Church. So this church allows us to, again, develop spiritually as people without being dogmatic, and allows us to experience discussions of things which may be comfortable or may be uncomfortable, but at least they are discussions that we're having. So that's why we attend the Unitarian Church, and I hope that we will continue to grow together. Thank you.
Well, good morning. My name is Diane Gray, and I prefer the pronouns she and her. I'm a relatively new member of Westside UU Church, and it's my pleasure to tell you why I chose to join. Chicago born and raised, my husband and I have lived in Tennessee since 1967. I attended Catholic elementary and high schools and was a practicing Catholic until my 50s, when I finally decided to do something about being at odds with most of the church's doctrine. I felt hypocritical calling myself Catholic. So what to do? As residents of 10 Mile, Tennessee, we had a limited selection of denomination choices, and we wanted to join a nearby church so that we could be active in local community issues. We became United Methodists, appreciating the kindness and fellowship of the congregation and our shared commitment to helping the community, but not relishing the doctrines there either. As time went on, we decided to move to Knoxville to be closer to our son and his family. Finally, we'd be residing in a city filled with diverse faith denominations, so we could have a real choice about what church we wanted to join. I wanted a church where the doors were always symbolically open, where everyone was welcomed. While researching options, the Unitarian Universalist Association and Westside UU's websites nudged me to visit Westside. I immediately felt welcome and found the sermons timely and thought-provoking. The congregation was open-minded, non-judgmental, respectful to each other, interested in social justice, and accepting of everyone's individual spiritual and sexual diversity. Strong lay participation in services and leadership was promoted. During one of the first services I attended, a member became ill. The concern shown by the minister and the congregation to his welfare exemplified true empathy and compassion. I was impressed. Because of all these reasons, I felt comfortable and at home at Westside from the very first visit, and feel even more so as time goes on. Social and educational opportunities are an important part of belonging to a church. I'm a member of the book club, currently meeting on Zoom, where we enjoy several hours of stimulating conversation, not only about the book we read, but about current affairs and life in general. I belong to the Building Your Own Theology program group, whose meetings are currently on hold, where we share our beliefs, respect each other's opinions and the freedom to express them, and where we search for answers to questions we have about our individual spirituality. Before the necessary safety changes initiated for COVID-19, I enjoyed the monthly ladies' lunches and our monthly Sunday covered dish lunches. I'm thankful for the FaceTime Sunday services and the Zoom coffee hours. I look forward to a time when we can resume church services and visit with each other in person and regain some semblance of normalcy. Until that happens, our leadership is doing a great job by providing Sunday services and facilitating us keeping in touch via weekly emails, FaceTime, and Zoom. Thank you. I hope that you all stay well. Goodbye.
As we extinguish the chalice, blessed be the path on which you travel. Blessed is the body that carries you upon it. Blessed is your heart that has heard the call. Blessed is the gift that you will receive by going. Truly blessed is the gift that you will become on the journey. May you go forth in peace.